Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered where language came from? Interesting, right? Okay, in this video we are going to discuss the origins of language, or where language came from. And we do have 6 main theories about the origin of language, and these include the divine source, the natural sound source, the social interaction source, the physical adaptation source, the tool making source, and the genetic source. The divine source. This theory suggests that language came from God, or it is God who gives language to human beings. In most religions, a divine source, it's believed that a divine source gives language to human, and nearly all divine theories believe that language originated from a single source, and thus it is a monogenetic theories of language origin. And over the ages, people carried out experiment to rediscover this original or God-given language. The second theory is called the natural sound source, and this theory suggests that language, did not come from God or a divine source, and rather it is imitations of the natural sound early humans heard around them. And so it's called the bow theory. So there are the splashes of water, or the cries made by human beings when they do have pain or something like this, and the imitations of sounds were then used to refer to things associated with the relevant sounds, nowadays called the onomatopoeia in our language, our today language, like the splash, the rattle, and the boom. So, for example, when a bird flew by making the sound cuckoo, it would be called the cuckoo bill. We do have the social interaction source. In this theory, language, is not originated from a divine source, or nor from the natures around human beings, but language aroused out of the rhythmical grunts, made by people when they work together, when they involve in physical effort that has to be coordinated, and this is called the you theory. And this theory, early humans may have developed a set of grunts or groans they used when they lift things or they kill trees or something like this. So this makes sense, as early humans must have lived in groups which require some form of organization, and has communication to maintain the development of language placed in a social context. We do have the physical adaptation source, and this theory suggests that human beings, they do have the organs that enable them to use language. So it's not something divine, not given by nature. No, it's the human being himself who has the organs that enable him to use language. And this theory, fellows of this theory, they believe that we do have transition to upright postures from the bipedal, are different from or similar to gorillas or some other animals. But we have different, skills from gorilla. So this theory suggests that we do have the organs, like we do have the teeth, the tongue, the lips, the air pressure out of our lungs, and these organs enable us to use language. And of course, these are different from other species, other animals. The tool-making source. In this theory, language is believed to be originated from, from humans started making tools and manipulating objects using both hands. So, while human beings used to make tools out of stones or bones, so he started using manual gestures, and it may have been bringing words together, like bringing two rocks together when he makes any tool. And this is called the oral gesture theory. So while bringing tools together for making something, human beings started bringing words together or sounds together or something like this to communicate with human beings. And this theory believes that the functions for objects manipulation and for speaking are very close to each other in the left hemisphere of the brain, which is the lateralization theory. And they may have been an evolutionary connection between the use of tools and the use of language by early humans. And this theory allows for structural organization inherent to all languages, even in sign language, and this of course not only articulation of sounds to denote objects. The last theory is called the genetic source, and this one is really interesting, and believes that we do have something genetic that enable us to use language, and it believes that young babies, they go through almost automatic development from small brain, higher larynx. We stand upright, we walk and we talk. So even children who are born deaf, they become fluent speakers of sign language. So and this theory claims that human offspring are born with special capacity of language, which is called the innateness theory. So the capacity for language genetically, it's hardwired into newborn humans. So yes, this applies to all language in general, and this is and this was discussed by Chomsky in his universal grammar theory. He believes that all human beings, they do have the same set of grammar, even they speak different languages, because as human beings, we are born with the same set of skills and the same set of organs, so we can use the same set of grammatical features, even though we do speak different languages. So this is all about the origins of language and the main 6 theories about the origin of language. And of course, you may believe in some and you may not believe in some, and this depends on sometimes not on facts. It depends on the social backgrounds of the readers. For Muslims, they do believe in Allah. For non-Muslims, they do believe, for example, in nature. So the Buddhism, they will believe in Buddha. People who are undecided, maybe they believe in the genetic source. So it's a mix of facts, and cultural traditions, and of course it has something related to the traces from the ancient human beings. Thank you very much, and please subscribe for future videos. Bye for now.